Hello YouTube world, Pretend Farmer here. We're inside of the coop right now with the mama chicken and her 3 baby chicks that have hatched so far. Unfortunately, sad news on the Pretend Farm. The first egg that started hatching that was having a little bit of trouble did not make it through the night. I came out this morning and the egg was cold and still. She had kicked it out from under her. The chick inside of it, I kind of peeled part of it back. Didn't even look like it had formed all the way, so that one was just simply a dud. It was not, it would have never been strong enough to make it in the real world. So we had one that failed to hatch properly, and I disposed of that. But I want you to see what we got going on here, because we still have 3 very happy, healthy chicks that have hatched already, and there should be a 4th one hatching today.
There they are, out taking around. They're not even a full day old yet. And this has brought me to realize we don't give chicks enough credit for being as tough as they are. You know, this whole thing of they have to stay under the heat lamp at 115 degrees or whatever for the first week. I don't know that I buy into that anymore. I thought my chicks were going to die when I first got them and put them in my brooder when I very first got chickens. But as you can see, it's probably 80 couple degrees in the coop. They're perfectly content being out in the shavings. And they will duck under her occasionally to warm up, but they don't seem to be as sensitive as a lot of people make them out to be. They're pretty tough birds.
Now I realized this morning that the chicks are going to want food and water real soon. They couldn't get access to it because of the 2x4 that I laid in front of the nest boxes to keep the kind of shavings out in the coop separate from the nest boxes. Works great for that purpose, but for baby chicks, it's a pretty big wall for them to climb. So what I ended up doing was I laid down some blocks and kind of made them a little ramp out of shavings, which it looks like they are getting ready to use. But I figure that gives them a pathway to their chick water and feed that I put in the coop for them. And the Pretend Farmer is not a fan of keeping food and water in the coop for the chickens. Here on the Pretend Farm, we believe that should be kept outside at all times. But for the sake of having babies, since they need some special provision, we went ahead and made an exception, and I'll probably allow this for the next 2 or 3 weeks or until they're big enough to go up and down the ramp themselves.
The best part of having baby chicks is watching them pop in and out of the feathers. Right there like that. It reminds me of whack-a-mole. It's comical. So after about 30 minutes, they figured out how to go up over their little bridge I made them. They've all found the food in the water. And surprisingly, the bigger chickens don't seem to be messing with them. So it's going real good. I did find out that these chicks can go, like 2 days or something without water and food once they're born. Which makes sense, because if you order them from a hatchery, they're going to spend about that much time in shipping getting to your house. So they don't need food and water as soon as they come out of the egg, but there's no going back now.